A human being being sliced into two. Can you imagine such a thing? Biafra is going to emerge as a nation. You know, despite the support of Britain, Russia, Egypt, and some other friends of Nigeria, we all will surely come out as a nation because we are fighting a just cause. Even a little child on the street will tell you this. We shall never go back to Nigeria again. God's grace will surely emerge as a nation. And so, as far as this war continues, we'll fight to the last man.
My people, my Biafran people, how on a day, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending from where you're listening to the sound of my voice. This is the Biafra Superstars Media, and I'm holding it down. I say, may God bless Biafra, and may God bless His Excellency Oyendo Mazenam Dekano. May God bless, may God bless, may God bless, may God bless His Excellency, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic Government in Exile, His Excellency ESN Ekpa Simon and Joko, for the job Simon is doing. Simon, I want to say we thank you, we appreciate you, we love you, because we know in your hands Biafra is coming. In your hands, Biafra is safe. And in your hands, when Biafra comes, the people will rejoice. My fellow Biafrans, today, I have come to break down and analyze a very brief speech, a powerful and brief speech that was given to our Prime Minister, by our Prime Minister, this evening. My fellow Biafrans, as you may know, that we are closely drawing towards the ember months. When we say ember, we mean September, October, November, December. And from the beginning of December, the 2nd of December, our Prime Minister and the Cabinet, our Prime Minister and his government, those who have office portfolio, they will be declaring Biafra. My fellow Biafrans, at this point, it is a great honor to analyze the videos of our Prime Minister, because in most cases, when he's doing his YouTube live, I try not to ask questions because it feels like I'm asking myself questions. Whatever Simon Ekpa says, I believe. Whatever he does, I will give assent to. But today, I wish to analyze and break down this video. So if you are with me, ladies and gentlemen, let's get down to it. Thank you. Listen.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Today is 20th day of August 2024, and I am here speaking to you from my base in Finland. I want to inform every one of you, because it has become very imperative as we approach December convention in Finland. You must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives. One is the delegitimization of Nigeria. Two is the legitimization of Biafra. After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought. We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally. So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks, you are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee, we are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what the Vietnamese did. And we dictate how this particular war will be fought. We are never going into conventional warfare with Nigeria. But the delegitimization will take a different tone. And what I'm trying to tell you people today is that you must be prepared for a very long years of battle for the legitimacy of Biafra government. It is not something that happened in one day. It is not something that happened immediately after our declaration on 2nd of December. But 2nd of December will mark the beginning of a very long battle, which we are going to show our determination with our actions and inactions. So my fellow Biafrans, all I'm here to tell you this afternoon is for you to understand that after the declaration in on December 2nd, 2024, the battle begins. And we are not going to stop. If it is going to take us 20 years to fight Nigeria differently than what we did in 67 and 70, we are ready for it. If it takes also 23 years for Taliban to defeat America and they left their land, we are ready to fight even 40 years. Since 1967 to 2024, Nigeria continued to fight us. The only thing is that we have not fought Nigeria until now. And in this fight, we are still defending ourselves. So 2nd of December will mark the beginning of the Biafra liberation. Do not expect something or any magic to happen. We will make the magic to happen. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you, my PM. I appreciate this. I appreciate the great submission from our Prime Minister. He has declared and he has spoken to the Biafrans, and we have listened. My PM, I'll be a liar to say or to assume that after we declare our freedom, after we declare the official divorce from Nigeria on the 2nd of December, only a fool, only a saboteur, only those who want to create mischief, only those who are trying to come up with some caricature will assume that on that same day we shall get an absolute freedom. But mind you, for those out there, for the naysayers, for those who are hoping to see we the Biafrans fail in this quest for freedom, the 2nd of December will be the beginning of the end of Biafrans' existence in Nigeria. So says the Prime Minister, so says the Cabinet, and so says the 80 million Biafrans living local and diaspora. At this point, my fellow Biafrans, for the first time I will have to analyze the amazing words of our Prime Minister. Sometimes when I do this analysis, I feel like I am analyzing myself. Because to call a spade, I am Simon Ekpa, and Simon Ekpa is me. The same way God said that He is in us and we are heirs of God. That same way when I hear Simon Ekpa speak, when I hear him speak, it feels like it's a revelation of what I dreamt the night before. Because everything he says are exactly what I've been thinking in my heart. Which is why sometimes during the Twitter space or the X space, I find it hard to ask a question because I already know the answer. And as a good student, it is always wise to ask questions that you do not know the answers. If not, you'll be the type that they call and say this one is just trying to showboat or to show off, asking questions they already know the answer. But tonight, this afternoon, this morning, my PM, if you permit me, I will go in depth. I will go thorough. Lord have mercy. I will have to break this one line for line, word for word. Even though our Prime Minister spent 3 minutes in this analysis or in his submission, I will have to go in depth. I will be thorough with this one. And I will try to expatiate and break it down so that the naysayers, those who are hard in understanding, they will be able to understand it. At this point, without any much further ado, let us listen to the words of our Prime Minister as I break it down. If you're ready, let's go there. Listen.
Good afternoon, fellow Biafrans all over the world. Today is 20th day of August 2024, and I am here speaking to you from my base in Finland. I want to inform every one of you because it has become very imperative as we approach December convention in Finland. You must know certain things. The declaration of the restoration of independence of Biafra that is to take place on the 2nd of December is targeted at achieving two objectives. One is the delegitimization of Nigeria. Two is the legitimization of Biafra.
Let's hold it there, my PM. So our PM had just mentioned that the convention taking place on the 2nd of December in Finland, the aim and objectives are based under two categories. One of them is the delegitimization of Nigeria in Biafra land, and second one is the legitimization of Biafra to the whole world. So what I'm trying to say here is, from the 2nd of December, Biafra is being reborn. And from the 2nd of December, it marks the end of Nigeria in the Biafra territory. When you go deeper, it means that from the 2nd of December, it becomes or it starts that journey of a divorce, a complete divorce between Biafra and Nigeria. At that point, whatever belongs to Nigeria will remain as Nigeria, and whatever belongs to the Biafrans will be claimed by the Biafrans. We are not saying it's going to be easy. We are not going to say or pretend it's going to be served to us or given to us in a platter of gold, or what you want to call the plate of gold, as Britain did in 1960. Last time when I broke it down, I told you any country that gets her freedom in a platter of gold, when you look in depth, when you look deeper, there is something fishy about it. Nobody gets real freedom in a platter of gold. A platter of gold means it was served to you in a plate of gold. There was wine and champagne. There was an agreement. It was signed, sealed, and delivered to all parties. And there was a jamboree at the end. Last time I checked, even in America, when they gained their freedom from Britain, the mantra then was, give me liberty or give me death. America did not get her independence from Britain in a platter of gold. Last time I checked, even India had to go to war. They fought, they revolted against Britain in order to get their freedom. And for you to know that England or India got the real freedom from Britain, at the end of their emancipation, there was a civil war, an internal war, to purge themselves off what Britain created in that territory. And at the end, India had to go their way, Bangladesh had to go their way, as well as Pakistan, they had to go their way. That shows you that a country with real independence, with real freedom, they must fight to gain that independence and freedom. I don't want no freedom in a platter of gold. Only a slave, only those who choose to remain slave to their oppressor, those who choose to remain slaves with their slave masters. Those who, when they gave them their freedom, they said, no, the freedom came too early. In the case of the North, in 1958, they came with the so-called freedom, the independence of Nigeria. And the North, they said, no, 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 this freedom is coming too early. I am not ready to be free. That's the way a good slave will talk. That's the language of a good slave. As the saying goes, slave, obey your master. So when somebody is saying, I am not ready to be free, it came too early. Keep me in bondage. Keep on colonizing me until I am ready to be a free man. That's when you will know that when they say a country gained up independence in a platter of gold, when you look deep inside, there was something fishy about it. I told you in the case of my father during the time, I believe it was 1959 towards 1960, few months to the Independence Day, they came and they handpicked some of us, some of our parents from the eastern region, from the western region, and they came with the, they came with the political stuff. And they told us to go towards Britain to learn what they call the public administration. Because when you have your new nation from Britain, you will have to start and manage what they call the civil service. That was the carrot and stick approach. That was the way they were able to trick the eastern side and the so-called western side of Nigeria to believe that everyone was being carried along. But in the north, Britain told them they were born to rule. Britain planted what they call the seed of discord. Until this day, those who were born to rule. Till this day, in that so-called Nigeria, those who have been ruling. Yet, when you look at the people, when you look at their citizens, when you look at their region, they look like paupers and beggars, despite members of their so-called regions have been ruling that country. So when you gain your freedom in a platter of gold, anybody who comes out and say they will give us Biafra that same day, that person is a liar, that person is a criminal. It must be a process. And the 2nd of December marks that process. It is the beginning of the end of Biafrans having any relationship with Nigeria. So my PM, I am happy with the Biafrans. We concur to your explanation. Even though sometimes you don't have to explain these things to us because we know it already, but because of the naysayers, because of those that could be easily be, swayed, misguided, you decided to take your time out of your very busy and hectic schedule to speak to the people. Let's continue. Listen.
After the declaration, we are going to have a very long battle with Nigeria. But this battle, the good news is that we define how this battle will be fought. We will fight them diplomatically, we will fight them politically, we will fight them internationally, and of course, we will fight them locally.
Hold it, my PM. I do appreciate this one. And I will have to go in depth in this one. Thank God for the memory I have. I have the memory of an elephant. And I believe you did mention 4 different areas, perspectives of fighting for our freedom. The first one is diplomatically. The second one, I believe, is politically. The third, internationally. And the fourth, locally. When it comes to the diplomatic approach, we do have our lobbyists all around America. So many have been on board. One of them, the great man they call Elias Gerasolis, who is doing a great job, an amazing job, an astounding job. and the rest of them, Jim Moran, a maverick in the American Senate, a man who is respected in America, a man who has the voice, the ears of the White House, and a man that when he speaks, the American Congress, they listen. We shall also apply the political approach. In terms of politics, our PM is trying to let us know that we must look into the different perspectives among those who we can align with, those who we can rub shoulders with, and those who are trying to buy the idea of our freedom. If you are a friend of Biafra, we shall be a friend of you. If you are ready to acknowledge Biafra, we are ready to acknowledge you. And also for those who may want to play the role of Nicodemus by coming in the night. They act tough in the day, but in the night time they are coming and trying to solicit support for the Biafra movement. Then you are as well welcomed. We do understand in some political situations, we may not have to explain or let the whole world know those critical stakeholders, the influencers who have come on board. So on the political side of things, we shall be more meticulous in our approach. The third form of discussion that our Prime Minister discussed, he mentioned the approach of going international. Through the social media, through the various plethora of platforms that we have now, the media, locally, internationally, we shall be open to spread this gospel about Biafra. And also we shall be letting the whole world know that Biafra is open for business. From the 2nd of December, Biafra will be open for business. We shall protect the land. And as we are protecting the land, we shall let the whole world know we are open for business. The business of Biafra will commence officially from the 2nd of December. The whole world will put on alert. Every activity is being carried out. All the itineraries throughout the whole project of this thing called Biafra shall be discussed around the whole world, and we shall be open for new friendship, new partnership, new relationship with the countries, peoples all across the world. We shall be open for business. I love that. Fourthly and finally for now, our Prime Minister said we shall also approach it locally. On the local front, he's talking about the land of Biafra itself. Once we declare Biafra from the 2nd of December, it means we will have to now protect the land. After the result of the voting is out, it gives the government, it gives the cabinet, it gives the people, it gives the stakeholders of Biafra the legitimacy to protect, preserve, and control the resource of Biafra. Government, politics will always be done locally, even though the Biafra Republic government in exile is based internationally. So we must look into the local affairs. We shall start putting all the projects into place. We shall embark on projects on how to develop, protect the land of Biafra. And God willing, we shall start the protection, the liberation phase of Biafra from the 2nd of December. Let's continue.
So, the 2nd of December is not after that. Some of you will come and say, oh, there is still military barracks. You are going to have them. But let me tell you, if the Vietnamese fought America for years and succeeded in making America to flee. We are ready to fight Nigeria even more than what Vietnamese did.
Well said, my PM. In most cases, the first phase of your liberation is the declaration. And from what the Prime Minister and the Cabinet has done was to do things the proper way, was to do things the right way, and was to do things legally. So once the result of our voting referendum is collated and the result is announced on the 2nd of December, then it begins the process, the new phase of protecting the territory of Biafra. Yes, we shall declare Biafra, but that doesn't mean we shall gain freedom on that day, because the Nigerian government may not play ball. The Nigerian government may try to act stubborn. So it's up to them. If they are saying they are happy with the voting, because right now we have over 50 million people that have voted, it gives us the legitimacy that the people have spoken. The people of Biafra has spoken. So I believe at one point, our Prime Minister and the government will have to present the outcome of the result, the voting result that is, to Nigeria, to let them know that we have from that day ceased to exist, or from that day we choose not to be part of that thing they call, the entity called Biafra or Nigeria. We now have our own nation called Biafra. Just like in the days of Ojukwu in 1967, when Biafra was declared, Nigeria came to wage war, a conventional war. And for 3 years it lasted. So even though Ojukwu declared Biafra on that year, 67, we had to fight to protect and preserve Biafra. Unfortunately, we failed during that time because we now know about the mercenaries that Nigerian government brought. Most of them, they were based in the north in Kaduna, and the rest of them. We know about the role that Russia played. We know the role so many entities played towards making sure that we did not gain our independence. But we are saying this time around, we have learned from the mistake of Ojukwu. We have learned from the mistakes of our elders. We are the new breed. And our Prime Minister is saying, come what may, from the 2nd of December, he will wage this war in a new way. We shall dictate how we protect our land. And I concur with this new phenomenon as projected and presented by our Prime Minister and his cabinet. Let's continue.
And we dictate how this particular war will be fought. We are never going into conventional warfare with Nigeria. But the delegitimization will take a different tone. And what I'm trying to tell you people today is that you must be prepared for a very long years of battle for the legitimacy of Biafra government. It is not something that happened in one day. It is not something that happened immediately after our declaration on 2nd of December. But 2nd of December will mark the beginning of a very long battle, which we are going to show our determination with our actions and inactions. So my fellow Biafrans, all I'm here to tell you this afternoon is for you to understand that after the declaration in December 2nd, 2024, the battle begins. And we are not going to stop. If it is going to take us 20 years to fight Nigeria differently than what we did in 67 and 70, we are ready for it. If it takes also 23 years for Taliban to defeat America and they left their land, we are ready to fight even 40 years. Since 1967 to 2024, Nigeria continued to fight us. The only thing is that we have not fought Nigeria until now. And in this fight, we are still defending ourselves. So 2nd of December will mark the beginning of the Biafra liberation. Do not expect something or any magic to happen. We will make the magic to happen. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you, my PM. I appreciate the submission. You've had it. It may take a long time, but we shall be ready. The battle must continue. We will be strong. We will be tough. We shall be thorough. And we must be ready to fight for something we believe in. Lord have mercy, I have to go spiritual on this one because the time has come. Fellow Biafrans, wherever you may be, you have heard the clarion call. You have heard the voice of our Prime Minister. It is time for us to start. This is time for us to fight the good fight. We have asked him to come with his cabinet. We have asked him and requested that we all do the voting. And so far, they have carried out all the requests of the Biafran people. My fellow Biafrans, it's the time for us to believe in the Prime Minister. It is time for us to believe in something we believe in. Biafra is something that we need. We know we cannot perform or function in that contraption called Nigeria. Nigeria is dead. Nigeria is gone. The economy of Nigeria is dead. We have nothing in common with Nigeria. Our culture is different. Our way of life is different. Our spirituality is different. We are hated by all race, all tribes in Nigeria, which is why we must let go of that country called Nigeria. My fellow Biafrans, the die is cast. The die is cast. We should not expect this battle to be easy. I'll be a liar if I come here and say, yes, within a month or two, we shall get the full freedom that we need. No, that is not. That's not how things are done. Even Rome was not built in a day. It will take time, but as far as we are dedicated to the cause, as long as we believe in what we are doing, as long as we support the government, the cabinet of the Biafrans, then very soon I trust you. Soon and very soon I trust you. We shall gain this freedom. I promise you that we shall gain this freedom. Freedom is almost here, but you must fight for it. The days of praying and begging God for your freedom is gone. This time around, we shall walk and fight as we pray. We shall walk into Biafra. We shall fight for our freedom in Biafra, and we shall place our hands or our life in the care of God. That's how it's done. The days of kneeling down and praying and not doing anything, those days are gone. We are saying from the 2nd of December, we, the Biafrans, the people of Biafra must rise up. We must support the Prime Minister. A lion, a man who has proven himself, and so far so good. He has put all steps in the right direction, and we believe in our Prime Minister that from the 2nd of December, once Biafra is redeclared, the whole world will know we have been just. They will know we have been transparent. They can see that we have been accountable in all what we have done, because we have taken our time to vote all these months. We did the voting online. We did it, even on the physical, in the local. We have done all we could do. And so far, we have over 50 million Biafrans that have voted. So all we are waiting for, Lord have mercy. Oh my God, have mercy. Lord have mercy. Thank you for the revelation, Lord. We have done our part. We have done our part, oh Lord. We have done our part. They told us that all we have to do is a referendum. And the zoo government, they refused to give us referendum. We came out with flags to protest and request referendum. Instead, we were meted with bullets. They riddled bullets through our bodies. We were killed in the field of we protesting. We have tried all the different means available. Yet the Nigerian government, they refuse to listen to us. All what they have done was to make sure anyone who speaks was shut down or sent 6 feet under. Until we had this new Prime Minister, a man who understands the language of Nigeria, a man who knows how to deal with Nigeria. And for the first time, our Prime Minister has done what he had to do. We have gone through this various ways. We have done it diplomatically. We have done it politically. We have gone internationally and even locally. We have made sure the Biafrans in the local, they are involved. Lord have mercy. What else are we supposed to do to get this freedom? We have voted. When it comes to the vote, over 50 million and counting Biafrans have voted. What else does the world want from us? We have done what we can do. The next thing is to fight and protect your land. The next thing is to fight, die and protect what you believe in. The days of living like cowards are gone. We have done what we had to do. The next thing is to protect the land. So from the 2nd of December, I pray in the name of God that the God of Biafra will wake up and rise and protect us as our men and women march towards our liberation, march towards protecting the land, the territory of Biafra, across the whole land, even up to the bight of Biafra. We shall protect the land from the invaders. We shall protect the land from the enemies, and we shall protect the land from the intruders. Biafra will come to stay from the 2nd of December. Biafra will be free from the 2nd of December. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. The time has come. The time has come. From the 2nd of December, it will be time. It will be go season. It will be the time for we, the Biafrans. We've been talking the talk. It is time to match action with the words. We've been shouting that it is Biafra or freedom. Biafra or Biafra. Freedom or die. That's been the slogan. That's been the mantra. If it was good for America to shout, give us freedom or give us death, it is good for the Biafrans. So yell and shout for Biafra or death. We are saying the days of killing us are over. The days of forcing us into a contraption created by Britain is over. We have nothing in common with Britain, and we have nothing in common with Nigeria. Britain has no right to make Africans, people living independently in Africans, through slavery and colonization. They came to Africa and they made us one. We are saying Britain has no right over our power, over our life. Britain did not make us. Britain are not our God, so they have no right to make us a country or call us a nation the way they've done. We are saying we are done with that contraption. We, the Biafrans, we cease to exist from anything called Nigeria. We want a total divorce. And from the 2nd of December, God willing, we shall regain our freedom. Oh, happy days. Oh, happy days. When Biafra comes, we shall rejoice in the sun, because we are children of the rising sun. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Before I go, my fellow Biafrans, you know the games of the enemies. You know the way they zoo, they roll. You know their regular trademark. If you don't see this channel tomorrow, because that's what they do, the cabal, the government of Nigeria, they will pay YouTube, they will pay Facebook, they will pay Instagram and shut me down. If you don't see this channel tomorrow, all you have to do is go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to Instagram, and type Biafra Superstars Media. I will create a brand new channel immediately. I don't care about the zoo government. They cannot stop this voice. This is the problem I have with Nigeria. If you claim that Nigeria, or those that claim to be Nigerians, they love to be one, how come you are trying to shut us down? So all we are saying is this: if they shut down this channel tomorrow, if they take down this channel tonight, you don't have to search for me and worry, where is this guy? How come he's no longer speaking? If they take this channel down tonight, on your platform, you will see me there, but you will see no videos. So all you have to do, I will explain it very, very easy for you. All you have to do is go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to any platform, and type in Biafra Superstars Media. Biafra Superstars Media. I should be up and running with a brand new channel. This is the 5th channel I'm running that the zoo government they've shut down for. But there is no problem. We shall keep on fighting because we are fighting the good fight. I am not a coward that they will be shut down. I don't belong to the zoo where they will shut me down with money or hush me up with money. Your money cannot buy me. Your money cannot buy my conscience. If you pay money to YouTube, if you pay money to Instagram, if you pay money to Facebook, to shut us down, we shall create a new channel. So at the end of this video, because whenever I release the beast in me, that is when the zoo, they panic and they shut me down. They try to shut me down, but they cannot shut down his voice. So if you don't find me tomorrow, all you have to do, please, is go to YouTube, go to Facebook, go to Twitter, go to Instagram, and simply type Biafra Superstars Media. You will see my brand new channel. I am doing this for the freedom of Biafra. I am doing this for the freedom of my unborn children. I am tired of being a slave. I am tired of living like a slave. I have watched my parents go through this. They told me Nigeria will be good. Nigeria will be great again. But Nigeria kept on going down. During the days of the military, they said the military were the problem. If and only if they had civilian government. If and only if the civilians can come in, that Nigeria will be great. We'll all observe what happened in 1999 when the military, the so-called military men, they took the backside, the back shit, while the so-called civilians, they came into power. 1999 till today is even been more worse than what the military was doing. Never in my life did I ever believe that even a military rule will be better than a civilian rule in that so-called Nigeria. Those who claimed they were fighters for democracy, those who said they were advocates for democracy, they are the ones stealing and looting the resource of that so-called Nigeria because they know the resource comes from the land of Biafra. So I want you all to know that from the 2nd of December, we are going home. They will not seize this voice. They will not shut me down. They can pay YouTube money. They can pay Facebook money. They can pay Twitter money. They can give Instagram some big paycheck. Let them pay them from the oil money they get from the land of Biafra. It will not shut me down because by tomorrow, I will create a brand new channel. I rest my case. For those who have ears, let them hear. You now know how to find me. If you don't see me tomorrow, you now know how to find me because I know Nigeria. I can decode them. I know the way they roll. They will shut me down, but they cannot shut me down. If you understand what I'm saying, you get it. From me, from here, for now, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. I remain yours truly, Biafra Superstars Media. God bless you.
Yeah, check me out. Superstars Media. Lord Logan, Bloomington, Lord Logan, and it's Wild Flora Show. 1914 amalgamation is what we dying for. 3 nations to 1 nation, ever since annihilation. Nepotism is nonsense. You and you, clap your hands. Biafra gonna come, clap your hands. Biafra, Oduduwa, we're free now. Freedom is gonna come, we're free now. Yeah.
Yeah, Biafra. Yeah, Superstar Media. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. Tell me about Biafra. We going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. I wanna know. We're going back to the land. We're going back to the motherland. Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the land. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the motherland. Tell me about Biafra. Tell me about Biafra. We're going back to the land.